Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Okay. By the way, still saying if you don't subscribe, subscribe. But if you subscribe, but you're not sure, double check. Double check if you subscribe. Okay. I need you so I can talk and progressively grow as a channel and have something motivation and have something for my gym to grow my gym to make it bigger to reinvest things for my gym to help people and everything. And I don't have to work two jobs. But whatever. Now back to the lessons that I learned. Okay. Today I'm gonna talk about, as I was saying in the previous video, I was saying about leasing. What it teach me, you know. So having, what I learned, like briefly to say, without paper, you're no one. But with the paper, you're a human. What that mean? It's mean that is that you need to have certificate, you need to have a paper, you need to have some document to prove your point. If you don't have none of it, doesn't matter how much you talk and you have this handshake right now and all kind of thing. People don't care about you. They just it's just a sound. It's just air coming out from your mouth, and the weight of the shake hands doesn't mean nothing right now for people. Business is a business, that's what they're saying, but whatever. For me, it's a different. But I learned it. You can There is a good people, but there is a bad people who sounds good. So when I was first time I find a place, I'm like talking to the guy on the phone. It sounds so well. It sounds very good. It's reasonable and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, he's good guy. Like I can trust him. I can start something. So then we make an appointment so we can sign a lease, for rent. So I can rent his place and everything. And then he ended up coming with his car and everything. When I ended up, he's like, don't worry, everything's gonna be good, and blah blah blah. We make an appointment. He came, so he giving me a paper for leasing. I'm like, first time see this paper, never saw it. He never sent me a copy, and he's like, here we go. This is a lease. We need to do it now because it's people asking. I say, okay, no problem. And it was in his car. Red flag. Okay, it's a red flag, but whatever. I trust him, like it sounds reasonable. So really briefly reading the lease and everything. So I asked him how long. He's like, yeah, we're gonna sign for a year. However, it's whenever you need to break the lease, there's no problem. I know it's a new business. I know it may not go. Maybe something problem gonna happen. Maybe you find a new place. I understand. I do understand this is not a proper place for you. So I will not charge you a fee. Nothing, nothing. It's just you for you. I want to help you. I like sport. I will help you to grow, at least something. Maybe one day we can make it a bigger place together. I'm like, oh my God, this guy is so good. He understands my feeling because I'm risking everything to start the gym. It's a small town and it's not many people knows about. There's no sports here, like zero. So I'm like, yeah, thank you so much. He's like, so I just want to confirm with you, if ever I find a new place, if ever something doesn't go wrong, I will break it. Nothing gonna be like, no, no fee. Just let me know for 3 months in advance. Just let me know 3 months in advance. No problem. I'm like, oh my God, so good. So he present me the lease, and was the paperwork a little bit messy. I'm like, okay, whatever. He's like, oh, don't worry, just a copy, just a copy, just a draft for me, so I know you're interesting, and then I will send you a better copy and everything. I say, good, no problem. Like, he briefly explained me a responsibility. He said, like, look, when you comes in, the place is gonna be painted, good condition and everything. However, when you leave, make sure it's the same as you came, in a good condition, painted, and all kind of things. So I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem, cool, no problem. I will make it clear and like I know everything. So he's like, okay, sign on a page. So I signed in, and he's like, and then he was standing beside this place. He's like, oh my god, I don't have my key to show you. And it's like, don't worry, the previous renter that will living in a month, they will give you pass your key. I'm like, oh, red flag again, huh? I'm like, oh my god, no, okay, whatever. Things can happen, you know. Some people forget things. You know, he's in rush. He has his own business. He having horses. He's blah blah blah. He has a big deal. I'm like, things can happen, you know. Like, anyway, so I was saying as a previous video, when I comes in, it was disaster. Like it was in a bad condition. So I'm like, start taking a picture to ensure to save my fifth point, you know, from the back, so I don't get bamboo in that hole, you know. So I'm like, okay, so taking a picture and everything, send him. It's like, hey, this is how it looks like. I just want to let you know this is how it looks. So don't give me a question if something when I leave would not be so it's clear. It's like he got mad. He's like, oh my God, those render is bad. I told them to do everything. I'm gonna charge them and blah 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 blah. He's like filming, you know. And I'm like, oh my God, another red flag. He's talking shit about renters, you know. Oh, okay, okay, calmate. And then it's like, oh, I will come to help you. I will make sure everything done. And he's like asking when you want to open. I'm like, yo, I took 1 week off from my job, and I was planning that I have to put the mats because since you said it, it's in a good condition and painted, so I don't need to do much work. I'm just gonna put mats and ready to go. And he's like, oh yeah, I will come, I will come. He came once for 10 minutes. Yeah, before that, he said, buy everything and I will pay you. I say, no problem. I buy it. I send him a bill, pay me at the end of the fucking, you know, at the end of the breaking the lease, whatever. And then he came once, it was 10 minutes, and then he brutally came, he started doing some stuff, throwing the stuff and everything. And then he's like, oh, by the way, I forgot. I need to go pick up my kid. I'm like, okay, cool. And then he's gone. That's it. Zero help. He's gone. He called me. He's like so busy. He has no time to come and help. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I don't even expect you to come anymore. Like, you, you feeding me with tomorrow every day, breakfast of tomorrow, you know. So I'm like, okay. So I'm doing my stuff. I finish it, everything good, and then by the time go passing, I was getting, as I told you, I was not happy. I wanted to find a new place. Problem here, problem there, talking shit, he's talking about this, he's talking there. I know that person. I don't like it. Whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I told him like, oh, and then I find in a place. I'm like, I'm so super happy. And since I remember, he told me he can break the lease at any time. All I have to do is to mention 3 months in advance. I'm like, oh my God, so awesome. I find a better place, and you know, so I let him know. I call him. I let him know, saying, look, um, I want to break the lease. I didn't tell him I find. I'm like, I want to break the lease. He's like, no, you can't break the lease. I'm like, what do you mean you can't break the lease? Did we not have a conversation about before I signed in? He's like, no, no. Whatever it is we have, whatever. Still, you sign a contract for a year. I'm like, yeah, I remember this is. But you told me that I can break in any time. He's like, no, no, no. You have to look on. You have to look on your list. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm looking. There's no information about this. You know. He's like, you have to look a second page. I'm like, okay. I have a screenshot, please, by the way. And I'm like, I don't have it. I don't have this second page. Like, I don't have it. He's like, oh, maybe I forgot to send you. I'm like, dude, like, dumb of me, do not check the pages. Yes, I'm agree. But this is this is like scam of the scammer, you know, like it's hooked me up really easy to get a yearly paycheck. He maybe make money of it. I don't know. If he does, cool for him. But at the end of the day, I don't know. It's not a good reputation of it. So anyway, I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to argue. I don't want to go nowhere. I'm just gonna make a big dot of you. And so I signed a lease with the new place. I tried to push it. Thanks God to this person. He pushed it a little bit a day, but he's like, I have a lineup too. He's like, push it a few months. So for about like 4 months, I pay for two places. I'm paying for this. I'm paying for that. It was a little bit value lessons for my pocket, but you know what I learned from this, and truthfully, what I wanted to tell you, it sounds kind of stupid, but double check everything. Don't trust, no, trust, but double check. Okay, and that's what that means. With the without paper, you're no one. With the paper, you're someone. Okay, because without any proof, you can't you can't do nothing. But with the proof, if I had my proof to say you told me I can break, like it would, if it would written in this without any fee and everything, maybe that would be no problem. But because he played me over, he played smart. He probably done that not the first time. If he knew it how to do it, for sure he done it not the first time. So what I wanted to say with that, as I said, without paper, you're no one. With a paper, you're someone. Here we go. That's my lesson. Bye.